Hello Maniacs, this is HulkRex Maniac and welcome to Friday the 13th, the game. Now in today's video I'm going to be showing you Kenny, I'm going to be showing you his stats, best perks and a few tips along the way. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So Kenny's stats are Composure is 5, Luck is 5, Repair is 5, Speed is 5, Stamina is 5, Stealth is 5, and Strength is 5. So Kenny is straight down the middle, obviously on all his stats, which is good in a way. So you could sort of do whatever you wanted with him really. You could have him as hiding or fighting Jason. You could have him in any way whatsoever. So if you are new to the game, he is ideal to start off with. So you can just basically pick up on what you are good on using or not. So yeah, he's really good for getting to know the ropes. So for my first perk to use as Kenny is going to be Swift Attacker. Now I know that I've used Swift Attacker a lot, but it's what you need really to fight Jason really, because this is what this video is going to be about. It's just basically when Jason's coming, you can get a quick hit on him before he grabs you, and you just get a little bit of an upper hand on Jason really. And the downside to it is your damage on Jason is decreased, and it's nothing really much because Kenny is quite strong, where I said like he's down the middle of the road, so he is quite strong, so it's not too bad. So don't be afraid on having a go at Jason. You will feel a bit more braver if you had a pocket knife or there's some other counters around, but this perk will just help you out just to get away a little bit quicker, so it is a good perk to use. So my second perk to use as Kenny is going to be Thick Skinned. Now Thick Skinned is basically you can just take a lot more hits off Jason, which is you're going to need it if you're going to be fighting Jason really, and if you haven't got any first aid lying about. So it's a good perk to use. The only downside is that you have more risk of stumbling. The dreaded stumble in this game. But it's just worth it. It's just if you get ever so unlucky really with the stumble. Kenny's composure is not too bad, so he's alright. As you can see in this video, Jason's actually chasing me around and I'm not actually scared. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad to use.
Fucking die!
So for my next perk to use as Kenny is going to be Tinker. Now I've put this one on here because it's sort of like in the middle of the road. If anything does go south and you're on your own or you can't kill Jason, then it's always worth having this perk on as Kenny. Now it just helps you obviously be able to do the phone box, the car, etc., and just to basically get away. So it's just an idea on having. It's what I always have on for Kenny really, just for a little bit of backup. And yeah, it will just help you out really. It's just it does it pretty good, and it's an ideal one to actually use for practice because you just get about 4 to use in the mini game, as you can see. So you can sort of just get the hang of using it. So the only downside is that it reduces Kenny's stamina. Now Kenny's stamina is not that great as it is. It's only at 5, but this is a perk that you're going to have to actually get away if anything does go wrong, so it is a good perk to use. So I'll move on to my tips now to help you as Kenny. So my first tip as Kenny is just to watch your stamina, because where you've got Tinker on, it reduces it a little bit, so this will help you out. Just make sure when you go into a house, just make sure you have all the windows open, close all the doors, and if you can barricade them, because I was halfway through doing it on this one and then suddenly Jason pops up from absolutely nowhere there, and I was only on like half of my stamina. Now I just had a bit of an idea, I knew what I was going to be doing and knew where to go, so you just have to be a bit wary of that. Always remember as well to try and stop when you feel safe, just to try and get your energy bar up. Being next to a fire or light will charge it up a little bit more quicker as well, so don't forget about that. And don't run when you don't have to as well. I know it is harder said than done because you do get a little bit scared. Everybody does when Jason's after them. So you just got to try and stop start and then jog just at that right moment as well. So yeah, so it's something that you have to be like wary of when Jason's coming after you, and always crouch down as well. That sometimes helps, not all the time, but on certain perks as well that does a lot. As you can see, I'm just in sword, just nicely jogging, just still got enough stamina to go to get to the house. And last and final, always be alert, because Jason will pop up next to you if he is chasing after you. It's the worst thing ever, so always be alert on when you need to sprint. It is about having good reflexes on when Jason's about to warp onto you, so you can just quickly sprint out the way. It's always an idea as well, when Jason is after you, not to run in a straight line, to try and zigzag it. That does help, because it does sort of puts Jason off a little bit. And with everything that I've just said to you here in this video, Jason actually did give up on me in the end, which is good. If you work on this, you should be fine. So that is the end of the video, guys. I hope this has helped you out a lot and gives you a few ideas on how to escape from Jason, on how to fight Jason. Always remember as well that these perks and tips will not always make you survive all the time, because there is a few good Jasons out there. So I just hope that these perks and tips have helped you out. So if you have any ideas on different perks to use as Kenny, let me know in the comments below. I will read them. And like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It does help me out a lot. So anyways, without further ado, this is Hulk Rex Maniac, over and out.